Don't forget to like and subscribe to Clubhouse EBT.
The
Contract is
paperwork.
Yeah,
online.
pull it up. Pull it
The
The
up.
contract
Yeah,
is
paperwork.
pull it up.
online.
Yeah,
I
this
might
It
Google
paper.
it.
stated headliner on it, and mind you, her contract
Rosetta, where
was
Rosetta at?
printed out
Mississippi burning.
first before his was.
Mississippi burning. I mean, it's a little weird because them coming to DL asking for consent or permission.
He got to pick who he wanted on the show. He picked
Exactly.
everybody.
Okay, right, and
So
that's
that mean
understandable.
the promoter lied to her.
You're
Yep.
absolutely correct. So
Yes.
then, therefore, it should have been the promoter that she should be suing or talking to because
So
if
why
she
she
was
going
the one
at
to go,
DL?
Oh, she probably
because
don't
he
know it
made
was
it
the promoter that
That's
hit
what
his
I'm
hand
saying,
like that.
Wack.
He
She
probably
got
didn't
a
know the
Yeah,
right.
promoter hit his hand.
yeah. She
that's
should.
what I'm
She
nah, fuck
But
that. She got a y'all
she should
missing
know.
she got
okay,
I
a
mean,
so
but
agenda.
being
DL
a
put up a
veteran, y'all
flyer.
missing the point, bro.
She got a
She
fucking
does
agenda.
know. She's intent. She know going at the promoter don't make no headlines.
Nope.
The
Oh,
Exactly.
cloud chasing.
we
Exactly.
know then.
This is the same. We saw this play
Yo,
before.
cause look,
With
DL put
so
up
Netflix.
you can't.
DL put
but
Hey,
up
hold
hold
on,
up,
hold on, hold
y'all.
on,
Look,
hold on,
listen,
hold on.
listen. We saw this shit with Netflix. We saw it with Tyler Perry. We saw it with Oprah. Now DL, nigga, it's an agenda, nigga. This is a
Okay,
pattern, nigga.
can I
She
speak
does
to this?
this, and
No,
she
Shay,
knows
because
how to
I
make
think
headlines. Like we are not.
Hold on, Nadi.
She not slow.
You
She know what
next.
she doing. She got an agenda.
I
She
mean,
cloud
she a
chasing.
bitch. She seem like she just rattling some shit up right
So
And
now.
listen,
this
Like,
is a
listen.
she
Y'all
perfect
let Nadi
example of
go.
how
Let
clout
Nadi
chasing
go.
could go wrong.
okay.
One mic on
I'm
yeah,
not
one
the
mic on Nadi.
okay, so let's have a real conversation, right? So Monique, right? She has Oscar when she felt like the contract that Netflix gave her was not efficient because she felt like, hey, I have an Oscar, I am in Queens of Comedy, I'm also a headliner. Why are you offering me only less than $1 million when I know I'm worth more? I spoke out about my contract. She felt like, black women are getting underpaid, undermined, etc. So she was the one that stated and stood up against Netflix. Behind her was Wanda Sykes. Wanda said the exact same thing. Then behind her was Octavia Spencer. Behind her was Viola Davis. So she started that movement to where black women is now stating, hey, we want to get paid what we're owed and what we're worth, right? Boom. Now, as far as Tyler Perry goes, that has something to do with the Precious event, right? Monique she only had certain things that she had to do under her contract. They wanted her to go across seas
Don't forget to like and
to promote the
subscribe to
movie. They was
Clubhouse
not about to pay her.
EBT.
They told her she had to get her own hotel, et cetera, et cetera. She said, "Well, baby, if I have to do all that, I'm not obligated to do it. I'm going to respectfully decline that offer because now I'm chilling with my family if I'm not getting paid to go overseas to promote this movie," which she did not. Then when she won the Oscar, Lee Daniels felt some type of way because she did not mention his name in the speech. So that's their beef. Now, as far as Oprah goes, Oprah contacted Monique to have a sit down conversation with her and her family. Monique said she didn't want to do it because her brother, quote unquote, molested her. Oprah went behind her back, brought her family on the show without her permission, without her knowledge. She turned on the TV and the family was there talking about their situations without her being present. So that's why she has those type of
With all due
relationships with
respect,
those
Naughty,
people.
she don't need that. Like they don't need.
At
Oprah
all.
don't don't
No.
need need her to check permission. in with her.
Hell
Yeah, she need to
no.
check
this
in with.
nigga
Those are
naughty is
other.
like the damn encyclopedia.
Those are other.
Good. With
And
Kenny
far,
in the
and
Matrix.
far as the
She
Netflix
don't
stuff,
gotta.
them all people that don't bring in fucking numbers. So you're not gonna get no high
But
ass offer if you can't bring the crowd in.
this is
But
what I'm
Exactly.
trying to tell
I
y'all. The only
understand that
reason
she
why
was
y'all know
telling
all
everybody
this
that black
shit is
women are
because the
getting their
way
money as
Monique
their
goes
own.
about it. Monique puts that shit out there. Nigga, she know what the fuck she doing. Like it's not what happens, it's how she handles it and responds. She know what she doing. Nigga,
Ain't
she not,
nobody checking for
you know what
Monique.
I'm saying?
Okay,
Okay, wait. Can I put some context to what Nadia is saying? Can I put a little context to what Nadia is saying?
please.
I don't know about. Okay, so I don't know about the Oprah thing, but I know Oprah said to her, "Look, they called the big dogs to try to talk to her. Like Oprah said, I'll send you a private jet. I'll send you whatever you want. I'll take your whole family. I'll put y'all up." Oprah said this. She still declined to do it. I don't know how much money was involved. That wasn't said, but she declined it. Now you can move forward with whatever you talking about Oprah did with the rest of the shit. I don't know about none of that. I never heard that part.
Right. So
Yeah, yeah.
go ahead,
So,
King.
so because of Caddy, because of Lee Daniels and because of Tyler, Oprah said, "Look, I will send my private jet. I will, for you and your family. Put y'all
Respectfully,
up."
respectfully, uh, Monique, Oprah ain't got to check in with you. You can't
Yeah, she
fuck with
don't
that.
gotta check in with to bring
You
other
can't fuck
adults
with that. You
on
ain't
the
nobody
show.
cover that woman.
Those
Fuck
are
out of here with
the
that shit. She ain't got
Don't
to
forget
check
to
in
like
with no
and
motherfucking
subscribe
body
to
about who the fuck covered
Clubhouse
her show. That's
thing
EBT.
to
crazy.
do an interview.
I think it was the report that Oprah had asked her to do it, and then she said, "Hey, my family was still within trauma. I want to respectfully decline that because my brother, quote unquote, molested me, and I just don't want to talk about that with my family because we're not in a great position right now."
And y'all
And
know
that's
what
what
the
took the
fuck
Oprah.
But the
Monique told
family
y'all.
came up there and talked about it.
You're
Gang,
absolutely correct.
So
she
You're
that
got to
means she
run
absolutely
was
correct.
around and
capping.
play
That
victim.
means she was trying to control the narrative,
Exactly.
right? And they called and said she a motherfucking lie. She keeping us from having a voice like she probably always been. We want to come tell our story and Oprah invited them. That's simple.
There it is.
Yeah,
Y'all
that's
know what
good.
the
Yeah,
Like
fuck
yeah,
that.
yeah.
She
Monique
was
told.
Oprah,
lying
yeah,
on them
Y'all
Oprah,
too.
know that. Y'all know the narrative that Monique told y'all. That's what y'all know.
and Oprah wasn't out of pocket for that.
No,
But
No, hell no.
yo,
Somebody
you know what
apologized.
hold on, real quick. She told DL, yo, you opened up for the kings of comedy. She said, I closed for the queens of comedy.
Hey, that was
Yeah,
a
but
bar.
what
I
that
ain't gonna
got?
lie. That was a
Yeah,
motherfucking
but
bar.
Bullshit.
hold on, no. Yeah, well, this is the thing, though. See, when motherfuckers say shit like that, a nigga like me gonna say, what does that mean? Okay, let's
Right.
line up. Let's line up who was on the Queens of Comedy
Uh
versus
oh.
who was on the Kings of
Uh
Comedy,
oh.
and let's
Yeah.
see who's in what slot and position. Nigga, you talking about? You had motherfucking what's my man
Bernie
that's
Mac.
dead?
Bernie Mac,
Bernie
You
Mac,
see what
Bernie
nigga,
I'm
get the
Mac,
fuck out of here,
saying?
yo.
Bernie Mac killed
Like,
that
come
shit.
on,
Bernie,
like respectfully, come on, man. Like you had
Steve
Steve
Harvey
Cedric
was at the
Harvey
Entertainer,
height of his career.
Cedric
and
Entertainer,
Cedric
Mac,
in it.
Steve Harvey. Now let's line up what queens you had over there.
You can't even
And
you can't remember
you want to
all
Adele,
of them.
talk about?
Adele.
Adele, Samoa,
Yeah,
Come on,
um,
they
bro.
nice
They don't.
niggas.
They ain't fucking with
Monique,
that.
and
The
I
ticket
forgot
sales don't
one
even
other one.
add up.
No, they
The
ain't fucking with
ticket
that,
sales
nigga. I
don't
feel
even
what you
add up,
saying,
bro.
Wack. I feel what you saying.
Yeah, like,
Everybody,
but
Ron just like
Yeah, you saying on the overall
yeah,
thing
like,
But
that
nigga,
here
that
look,
shit
look at
just
what
don't,
he.
it don't add up.
But here's the thing.
I,
I
And look,
give
I'm
her
gonna be real. The what made the Kings of Comedy so great? It was no opener and a headliner. It was a headliner every nigga on the stage.
right.
That's a fact.
Them
That's a
niggas
I,
was
fact.
clowning too.
They
They
all
did
at,
their
Every
I
at
thing.
nigga
And
yo,
I'm
yo, at any
that's
given
just like,
night,
bro.
One mic on
That's
any
wax.
one
just
of them
like a
could have closed.
motherfucker saying it's a show that got Eminem, Drake, Lil Wayne, right? And motherfucking somebody else, fucking Kendrick Lamar or something, right?
Shit,
And well,
together.
bro, who's the headliner?
nah,
Yeah,
Okay,
facts.
It
so
don't
wait,
Shit,
even
I,
all of
matter.
them is.
one mic on
Facts.
me.
But
Wait, one mic on me.
go ahead, Bridget.
So wax. So during the Kings of Comedy, because I went to one of each city, a different person closed. A different each city, a different person closed. So
Nah, I think
you
what
might be,
he
yes, it was in a certain
Yeah,
city.
that's
If you
true.
were in a
That's
No,
certain
true.
city,
I'm a
no,
pick.
I
Steve
think
But what
I
Harvey
I'm
think
closed.
what
saying is,
he's
what's
it
the
wouldn't
saying
even
So
have
is
that's
mattered.
why
is like
I'm
They
explaining
probably
to you.
just did that. They
I'm
probably
agreeing.
said that we in your region, like Steve from
Right.
Yeah.
where's
Yeah.
Steve from?
Chicago.
Cleveland?
We was in
Yeah.
Chicago.
Facts. Facts.
Steve closed.
Yeah.
If
Whatever.
you were
Yeah, that's
in
Yeah, if
dope
we on the
shit.
But
west or whatever, yeah.
Baltimore,
yeah, depending
DL
on the region,
closed.
that
The
makes sense
Queens of
though.
Comedy
Depending on the
still
region.
didn't sell more than the Kings of Comedy did.
Fuck
But
out
Facts.
of
No,
but
here,
here's
I
the
was
bro.
just
thing.
speaking to the fact of Wack saying that all of them are
But the
headliners. He
fact that
is
Monique
correct.
went there, that's like some more
Yeah.
shit that you saying
I
out of
think it's
left
her
But
field.
here go
delivery.
the thing. Hey, here go the thing though, Wag. Monique, she's living in that moment. But at the time, Monique was that. But today this is not Monique's time. Like that was her time. She was on
What
top of
I'm
her game
saying
then.
is,
But
even when Monique
She's
was
still living
that,
in that moment.
even when Monique is that, she ain't on the level to question Oprah. I don't give a fuck what
Oh
that
yeah,
hell
she
she
said.
no.
ain't never been on
No,
that level.
Definitely
definitely
ain't
not.
never
She
Exactly.
been.
ain't never been on that level. Never.
Never
Fuck
been.
you
So
gonna tell
I
Oprah
do
Winfrey how
agree.
to fucking who the fucking interview or who the fuck not the interview?
Right.
I do agree with you. I do agree with you. I feel like what's wrong with Monique is her delivery. I do feel like it's also justifiable where why she ended up saying certain things that she did. I'm not talking about Oprah, but I'm just talking about the wages when it comes to black women in entertainment in the
Hey,
entertainment
wait,
industry.
hold on. Let me shut you down on that shit. 'Cause y'all ain't gonna start on that shit. Let me tell you how this goes. Right? Fuck all that woman shit. Fuck all that man shit. This how this go. When you do a show, they keep track of how many tickets you sell, whether you notice or not. Based upon that, If you good for, if they got an arena that hold 20,000 people, this is what they gonna do. Okay, such and such is documented good for 10,000 tickets. This person's documented for 3,000 tickets. He documented for 1,500, 5,000. 4,000. This is why they this is how they put together their lineup, whether you know it or not. The
Definitely.
promoter's only motherfucking focus is to sell it out. Meaning, Cardi
Mm,
B, 2 years ago, I know was documented at selling 8 to 10,000 tickets. She was demanding 1 million a show 2 years ago, right? Now it's
mhm,
probably more now. So based upon the amount of tickets you're documented selling,
mhm.
they don't give a fuck, male or female.
Yep.
They're paying you on that. They ain't gonna
Facts.
give you $1 million if you
It's
can
a
only
numbers
move
game.
1
2,000
mic.
tickets. It ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So y'all, she wanna leave this shit out. I challenge Monique to do this. Put up what your fucking ticket count is. What you documented, what you value that. Put it up.
I want to add
For
one more
real
thing to
though.
Wack. I want to wait. I want to add one
All
thing.
that.
I want to add one
Wait,
thing to Wack.
I watched
What he
Little
said.
Baby. I watched Little Baby. I went out on tour with him 3 years ago, me and Blueface. 3,000 seat venues. And
Damn.
just 8, 9 months ago, he sold out the Staples Center, 13, 14,000. The growth, what he was getting paid back then, is total different what he get paid now.
Yeah,
So all that, like kill that woman shit, they're gonna
it's
pay you
business.
based upon what amount of tickets you can move. All that shit, y'all coming in here with that bullshit, that's out, bro. I ain't hearing that shit. Male
It's
or
all a
female,
that's
numbers
the
game.
they're
same as
gonna pay you
well.
based
Well,
upon that. That's
hold on,
it.
That's
one
real
So
mic on
shit.
Bridget. Let Bridget. One mic on Bridget. Y'all go ahead, Bridget.
Oh damn! I lost my train of thought on that. Oh, okay. So what? I was piggybacking on what Wack was saying when he was talking about the sales. Another person who has a top number one sales on Netflix is what's the boy name? Shit, with the hair that being Friday. What's his name on Friday?
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams. Cat Williams is one of the top selling, and
Yeah.
he's on there. He records it here in Jacksonville because he likes to be here for some odd reason. Don't know why,
Can you go back
That's
but
his
to
his
venue.
specials,
He live
all
there.
his specials
damn?
are filmed here in Jacksonville. So he's one of the top ones too. Besides Dave Chappelle, the Chris Rocks, and all of those people. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
why
piggybacking.
Netflix quote unquote fronted on Monique because her ticket numbers wasn't really
They ain't
like
that. I
listen.
don't get it.
Yeah,
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 they
yeah,
wasn't
They
yeah.
ain't
there.
To,
that.
to
They're
yeah,
not
hold up.
there.
Mhm.
Respectfully, and not to even sound disrespectful, but she was kind of ice cold. She was kind of cold when it came down to like the arena tickets and stuff. So Netflix wasn't gonna drop a big bag on her. She was kind of ice cold around that time.
Man, in Hollywood, you only good as your last show. Period. That's
Right.
how I go. If your last show didn't sell out, they don't give a fuck what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? They want to see the numbers, and they ain't got no love about it.
Always folks.
Yeah,
And
it's
then look,
numbers. It's
y'all look at
numbers.
Cat
it like
Williams
Period.
this.
did his
Back
own
then,
tour and sold
back
out every show, damn near every show.
back then, Monique's audience was middle aged women. Nigga, them middle
Nah, and I'm
aged
gonna tell
women
you
that
what's
got way
crazy.
fucking older now.
Naughty bring her motherfucking ass in here. Every black woman you motherfucking name right there. Tell them, let's go look at what you got paid when you was at the height of your career versus let's see how many tickets what were your when your decline started. When your decline start, they're gonna tell you, they're gonna be like, yo, you're not worth that no more. Well, yeah, I got paid.
Definitely.
Yeah, you were selling 8,000 tickets. Now you're worth 3,500. We can't pay you the same as like we have to pay somebody else to fill in the blank. Like we
Right.
can't give you all that money because of what
Hmm.
you
Right.
used to do.
It's just reality.
Right. Right.
It's the
That's
same
just
thing
how
with
that works.
rappers. Like when Young Jock was on, you know what I'm saying, and he had his hit song, that nigga was getting guap. Now a motherfucker only willing to get that nigga
Young
500 to
Jock
see
ain't
shit.
never been on, bro. Jock ain't
Young
never
Jock.
been on.
He
Nigga
had
said
one
Young
little
Jock.
single. He was getting paid
Okay,
off
but
that
see,
shit.
see,
Hey, Caddy.
hold on, Caddy, hold on. See, bro, let me explain something to you, bro. See,
Respectfully, I
you
gotta
niggas
mute you,
be that
dog.
don't
This nigga
understand
said
this
young.
industry be saying crazy shit. One, how long can a nigga perform one song? Headliner, minimum 60-minute set. So how long is the one
Don't
song, bro?
forget to
If
like
you
and
ain't got a
subscribe to
catalog, bro, don't
Clubhouse
tell me this nigga's on, bro.
EBT.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
flexion. Can we go back to what you said about the numbers? Okay, so basically you said if let's say she was worth the 8K tickets or whatever, and then she's down
Yeah.
to 4. As a filler, they would have to now hire someone else who could
They
also do
gotta hire
4 or
other
more,
people.
right? Like
If they got an event,
5K.
if they got an event that
Right.
holds
We talk about that.
15,000, right? And they like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, Monique is worth what she was at the height of her event. 50% of this, 8,000 tickets we know. Boom. So
Right.
they gonna pay her like that. Now
She's
you worth
4.
4,000 tickets.
So someone
We
else
still
gets
gotta
4.
fill 11,000 fucking seats. And we gotta
Right.
pay other
Okay,
acts.
I'm with you now. I
That's
got you.
To
I
different.
got
Wait,
fill them
hold on. This is
seats.
where it get tricky. Other acts that have a different crowd than you, because we don't want to go get an act that got the same crowd, because the same 4,000 people that's coming to see you is coming to see them. So that don't make us. They don't do nothing for us.
So whack,
So
whack.
that's
So
like
whack. Here's
designer.
but here's
Is
what
that what
here's
you're saying,
Monique's
Aunt?
problem.
Lebo, we gotta speak up. Lebo,
Monique's
we gotta
problem
speak up.
is she feel like she's in legendary category. So can you explain that? Like how legends get paid versus
Bro,
when you're
listen. See,
like
this is
that's
why I
where
keep
she's trying to
telling
That
lump
shit
people,
herself
don't
in.
matter.
That
legendary
doesn't
shit,
matter.
bro. Legendary shit does not come with no fucking age, bro. That comes with your following.
Hmm.
Caddy may not like this. He know that little white boy Eminem take that stage, that house getting packed out. I don't give a fuck when it is,
That's
10 years. The nigga got a cult following, right? I'm gonna
You're
give
right.
you somebody else. Uh, a fucking
Shit,
comedian.
just
Wait, that's why my man who just did all the gay shit, they tried to cancel him off of Netflix.
Dave Chappelle. Oh,
Dave Chappelle, right? Now let me tell you why Dave Chappelle's so special. Remember, I just said they want to have different talent that bring different types of crowd. Dave Chappelle is like the jazz music of a comedian. Cat Williams
You ain't
is like
never lied.
the rapper of a comedian, right? Two total different deliveries, two total different styles of telling
Nah,
jokes,
that's a fact.
And you know
That's
what?
a
That's
fact.
dope when you
That
say
was
that
that
too,
was a
because you know
perfect
what? A
analogy.
nigga
That was
missed
a
that,
perfect
man.
analogy.
right?
Because you know what? A nigga missed that. That's the $1 million shit. I, it's big what you saying in the middle of there. That gap.
Yeah, so now
So
you gotta ask yourself, okay, yeah, you was on Queens of Comedy. Yeah, we know you got a few movies and shit, but did your followers and your following maintain and sustain?
yeah.
You wanna
got
know who
it.
See,
got a cult following? Motherfucking, what's these niggas? Metallica. These niggas got the painted faces. What's them old niggas still
oh
running
yeah,
around
yeah,
touring?
yeah, yeah,
Kiss.
Kiss,
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
kiss,
they
Kiss,
kiss.
been they
kiss,
Kiss,
been like that too.
kiss.
is
Yeah,
80 years old
yeah.
right now. These niggas
Yup.
selling out 20,000. I don't give a fuck
Listen,
where
they
they
were
go.
just in
Yup.
town
God
and they
damn.
and they sold out the
Those things
whole
coming
Raiders
out.
Right?
stadium.
I'm,
Forget to
But
like
that,
and
but see,
I'm
but
gonna
subscribe
that's
tell
to
the
you who
that's
else got a
Monique.
cult
Clubhouse
following. Janet
EBT.
Jackson, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're
Oh
not
hell
gonna see a
yeah.
Janet Jackson
Yo,
and the
Wack, yo, Wack,
motherfucker ain't
you know
Chris
who else?
Brown.
Britney
Bruce
Spears.
Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen. That
well,
nigga
yeah,
Bruce
you right. Hey,
Springsteen.
wait, and I'm gonna keep it real.
Ooh, that nigga sell
Listen,
out.
he up
Chris
and coming
Brown.
because he's not as old as these people. But another motherfucker that I seen and I was sleep on, that little nigga Usher, he got a cult following too. They
Oh,
pulling
Hell
Yeah.
up.
yeah, nigga.
Yes, I'm trying to go
Yeah.
They
see him
pulling
in
up
Man,
Vegas.
you
like
couldn't even get tickets to that Vegas show. That nigga sold
that's
out
what I'm
every
saying.
fucking night.
Cause he's so humble with it, right? He don't
Yeah.
say too much. But Usher is like so being around and you got a few accolades, that's cool. But that doesn't mean that your following is just
You
locked in there regardless.
right,
So
right,
that's where
right.
Monique tried to lump
And that's
herself
the
in
business
at,
part.
and
That's
like what you just
That's
described,
where we
she
can't
got that.
take away from our accolades. But did that does that translate into their pulling up?
right,
so do you
right,
feel like
right.
she's the loop? So now it's kind of like she needs to understand
I
that,
think
and she
Monique worth 2,500 tickets. That's it. Period.
Hey, Wack, let me
got
get a
it.
That's
word
all.
in because I just did a little research on this shit.
That's
I
it.
Thank,
sent
come
you,
on,
She
I
did
sent
Lebo.
you some
We
research.
got the
shit.
research. We
So
got the
look,
paperwork.
at the end of the day, Monique done fucked up. She done fucked up bad. So what she did was she negotiated a contract with DL. DL was under the impression he was a headliner, right? So the first set of contracts I sent you was the contract that Monique submitted online. Now that contract, come to find out, is from her own. It's her contract. She typed that shit up, and you could
Oh,
see the
man.
comments. DL's like, you could take that shit back on the birth certificate paper that you printed that shit on. So
Oh.
she printed up her own lineup with her fucking headlining, and then DL came back and posted the real shit where he was headlining. So she playing a nasty game, dog.
No, she not. She playing the game to be talked about. She cannot
Yeah,
be
yeah,
talked
she clout
about
chasing.
based on the joke she has told or some shit she's done. She's using this nigga name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a
Go ahead.
fact. She
It
damn
makes
show
sense.
trolling.
It's a
And
pattern.
then she got
Been
people
doing
like Nadi who really don't know
Yeah,
it ain't
yeah.
her fault,
Shit,
looking
we've
at
been.
this shit, not knowing, okay, well, I'm looking at this, but this is your contract. This ain't the official contract.
it. Yeah.
Right,
I
They
cause,
gonna
remember.
cause she
take it
tried
and
to
run
she
Yo,
with it.
tried
we
to go at DL because
we still.
DL initially posted
And
the deal memo. That's not the contract. So she took the deal memo, made her own contract on her own paper,
Yeah.
and then gonna say that's the contract. That's
So,
not the contract.
so
so
she running
is
the
it the
narratives.
contract
That's
is
why
her
she get on
management
IG
company?
and be like, "Hi, my loves. Look at what they're doing to me now. Look
Just
at what."
know
Like,
this
so
though.
she can
Just
get
know
that
this. Anytime you
profit off.
throw something out there, at least 10 or 15% of the 100%, they gonna believe it even if the whole world say this is fake. They still gonna
She
believe it.
running her
Don't even.
narrative. That's why I
I,
said, y'all know
after
what the fuck
after you
Monique
just
tell
stated
y'all.
what you just
She
stated,
running
I
her
And
narrative.
she
believe you
got
100%
naughty. She got naughty running around here ready to go play motherfucking women's female advocate on how they being treated wrong when it all come down to the ticket count.
Okay,
Okay,
wait,
so
Some
I can agree
bullshit,
with
wait.
that.
Hey,
Let
can
me
I
basically.
ask a quick
let
question real
what
quick?
what. Damn.
Oh, thank you. Hey, what up, 100? Whatever, everybody. Hope everybody doing well. Hey, Wack, I got a question, man. I heard a post that you had when you was talking about, I think it was track live, if I'm not mistaken, with getting the
No, you changing the
samples.
subject. Oh my.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. No, y'all good.
Go ahead, Bridget.
Oh my God. Just